Hey friends, it's me, Cynthia, and Azalea. She's off screen. And today I'm going to finish the tutorial that I was supposed to start on Sunday, but then kind of like didn't really do it. And I told Azalea, I was like, I'm gonna have to wrap this up as soon as the live or the sale portion, partly because these lights get really hot and all of a sudden I don't know if it was because I was standing or what, but I was getting overheated and I was like I could not think straight because these lights were beaming on my face. So anyway, today I have the lights facing it, like not at direct, making me feel like I'm under a tanning bed, because some of these I've got like 5 of them here so that you can really see what I'm doing. So anyway, to this evening, it's pretty jam-packed. At 8 tonight, there is a Sundance party. I'm wearing a Sundance shirt now. See, this is look cute, that embroidery. It's like a, I don't know. Oh, it's a butterfly. I was trying to figure out what that is. But, I rarely wear this shirt and because it's white, and I'm always afraid I'm going to drip something on the front. So it's funny that I'll pay $150 for a shirt and think I'm going to get so much wear out of it. And then, and then not wear it that often because I'm afraid to mess it up. But I don't feel that way about jewelry. I'll wear the heck out of it.
That's good.
Like a $150 pair of earrings, if they're going to be worn all the time, I'm like, I have to get as much use as I can. But a shirt, it's funny, it doesn't translate. Or a pair of pants. How much have I spent on pants? Hello, Julie, Karen. Thanks, friends, for joining me this evening on a random Wednesday. Like I was telling you a few minutes ago, we're going to go and do a Sundance party, inspiration party. And so I have a necklace on that my friend Chris Silva made. And she made this for me before Azalea was born. So almost 20 years ago. And this one, I wear this one all the time. And it's inspired by, I think, it makes me think of Sundance. It's not directly inspired by any of the pieces, but it definitely has that mixed. I'll take it off here in a second. Hello, Clem. Hello, Jeanette, Robin. Thank you all for joining me. Karen. Oh, this is one of the necklaces that can be worn in different directions. It had a hand pendant on it. And, oh, here it is. There's the top. I was like, I have a really good bird that would match that even better. So I asked her, I said, do you care if I switch that out? And I switched it with this. That's my flying bird pendant. And it's cast in silver. I think it looks best cast in silver. We've cast it in Shibuichi.
That's very witchy.
And it has a little hole right at the mouth so that you can string a little briolette. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's on my things to do. Or maybe there was something it broke off. I don't remember at this point.
Lots of people are saying hi.
Hello, friends. I see one for Hey Azalea. Hello, Jeanette, Robin, Lauren. Hello, Cindy. A lot of folks tonight this evening. Debbie, Kitty. So I'm going to show you briefly some of the techniques. Now, I've shown them before. There's a pile of these necklaces. Azalea, maybe you can go and get them for me. They were on the table here. And I showed them the other night. And I have my silver wire here. They were on it's like the one with anchovy beads.
Did you put them back in the home?
I might have put them back in the home. I probably did. Hello, June. Hello, Karen. Debbie. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm setting up my station, and I'm going to turn this. I'm not going to. I thought I was going to say, in my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to turn this car around. I'm going to turn this light around. I am not still driving. Oh, Karen, I want to see. No, I didn't put it back in there, did I? You know what I can.
Something?
That's one. That's the same kind of. Oh, this is good too. I'll show you that. That's from. Oh, I'll show this one too. Why not? All right, thank you. That was a tea box I got at the thrift store, and boy, does it work well for storing my necklaces. It was like all padded and silky on the inside. All right.
Silky.
Let me see. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm pretty excited to see my friends tonight. Nile, who I refer to as
A prince.
he is a prince among men.
I'm sure he loves that when you say that to him.
I love that when I say that to him too, so it works out. All right. Hey, you want to give me a cracker box so I can prop that up?
Need that cracker
I
box.
need that cracker box. I put a silicone pad here so it doesn't make that sound. You know that sound that nobody likes when the beads hit the wood?
I'm taking some stock out of the cracker box.
Okay, first, this is some, I don't need it quite yet. Oh, our friend Anne Gardan. Hello, Anne. So this is from my book, Enchanted Adornments. And if you recall me talking about messy wraps, this is one of those times. See, it kind of looks like vines. And I made all these little nugs in PMC, back when PMC was not a king's ransom per pack. So that was a long time ago.
Pack. Full of witty little things to say this evening.
This is also PMC. You could do the same thing with bronze PMC, but you couldn't fire it with a torch. Actually, I think they still make PMC, just not by Mitsubishi Company. It was a byproduct. Can you believe that? That PMC, silver PMC, was an accident. And I was like, what were they doing with it? But it was some kind of powder. And
here's a comment on the screen for you.
oh, good. What's it say? Oh, received a beautiful package today. Oh, I wonder how you feel about it, because I was so pleased with that package. And I wanted to mention in the Tucson, I said, I don't know if they noticed this, but there's a lot more than, like, I packed those kits good and full.
You're going to show it tonight.
So, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll show it. I'm going to tell everybody what's in there. All right, so that's mixed chain. All right, and then this is another one. This is Azalea found this because it was in my box of goods. But it's the same type of wire work that I use. And I call it fine silver work because it's a very thin, delicate way. And these beads, they're not super lightweight. Well, this one is. This is an Ann Choi bead. She's one of my all-time favorite metalsmith artists, and I buy her work like it's like I love and collect it. I have probably, I don't even know how many, maybe 50 of them. But these are those mini, like what would you say that? 3 millimeter rounds.
I love the length of that necklace. That's a good
This is a
length.
PMC. This was in the book. You could make this, except you had to buy, of course, those from Anne. But I teach how to do this in the Enchanted Adornments. This is a PMC bezel with a lid on it. And I had to step out. So I have like 4 of these floating around because you make it in steps. And so I just finished the ones out. I should sell them. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about. So that's another kind of a messy wrap, I would say. And so I demoed that, I think last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember now. What was it? Did I do that? Or was that resin? Might have been resin. Sometimes the days kind of blend together a little bit. This is made by my friend. Now, let me see, what is that signing? Because that's so long ago. My friend Tracy Green from the company Brook and Ivy. That's how long ago. Let me see, when I don't know if she signed it. And I did the 2000. Oh. That says from 2000. So anyway, I made this part. And I doctored up a little painting underneath this glass cabochon, and she set everything. And I made some of those beads. No, that's not amazing. One. But anyway, I've kept it for many years. But this is using stainless wire. And you can see that you can get away with a lot more with stainless. Look at that. What do you call that? That's a spiral. It's not even closed. It's just flattened. So with this kind of wire, you can definitely get away with you have a little more leeway. And this is like a spring wire wrap right here. So there's the messy wrap, which is like this. And you can see it's kind of not even. One side is a little bit bigger than the other. And I have a crystal rondelle that is encrusted all the way around. So I think those are called, what do you think those are called, those rondelles? Crystal rondelle? I don't know what the name of those are, the technical name. But this kind of wrap is like a very tidy tidy wrap, I think of that as it's like a spring. So that's two different, it's essentially the same when you consider wraps, but depending on the wire, you can get different effects. So let's look at that kit and I'll wire wrap some of it, one of those. All right, now it's time for the cracker box.
All right, you want to show off the $200 kit? Okay. This one's a bit of a treat.
Oh, this one. Oh, this is the Tucson kit. Okay, so I'll show you what, this is the highest level. So if you bought this one, I think y'all will be real pleased with this. I'm not going to, I think there's one left of this. Is this one left? She doesn't want to sell because she thinks there might be somebody that's waiting in the email that's asking.
Yeah.
The $200 level came with a hand-carved pewter bead. Or, not amber bee.
We can sell more bundles this Sunday.
Right.
We can tell
She's gonna put those out if they're ready. But I don't know if you can see that. I wish I could. Maybe I can do that thing with my magnifier and see if that helps to show those fine details. We're gonna get a new webcam that has digital, so I can see if this works to do the. Like, does that seem to help, Azalea? Where you can see?
That looks really good. The
where that
audio and visuals on my side look pretty good.
So you can see that there's a lot of detail. Like his face is carved. Look, that face. All the little details. I was blown away. I put my Optivisors and looked at all the ones and cherry picked the guys in here that were like the fattest, clearest, best of the lot. So that's in there, and that's amber, Baltic amber. Like triple A grade, like the best gem quality. So that's in that kit. All right, then let's look at what else is in here. Some pewter beads from our collection, the newest ones. These are all the new guys. This one's not, that's not a new one. That's one I collected on my travels. But this one is right here. And this one's a double side one. This one is a perfect type of bead for the treasure necklaces, which is like this. I've shown this one before.
Goes into all the kits.
So all of the kits get one of these. We made a base level kit, so that's how we did this. A base level, which is some of these in here, and then as the price went up for the various stages, we added more and more to it. So this is what I call one of my treasure necklaces right here. And I call them that because I put fancy beads on there, little fancies, like this. This is an antique bead right there. Hand-carved amber, carnelian. And so with all these fancy things, I put a nice silver clasp. And I have these very limited edition. And they're limited because they're old. And you can't really buy them anymore. So they're made in, I think they're Mongolian. I want to say that's a Mongolian piece. Or Tibetan, I mean. Tibetan. I guess that's the same thing. And it comes with this to be the clasp. So we'll put that, you can picture it. And there's plenty of beads in this size range to make one of these. But this would be like right here, if you can visualize it. See. Perfect. All right. This is good. I thought that these could be used to paint and then fill with UV resin. I thought when I showed that to Azalea, I was like, that would be killer. Because then you could use it with those colors. And it's kind of a spring. It kind of just so happened that we came up with that when we were searching around Tucson. We were pretty blown away by all the new types of stones that we were seeing and some of the old school type things. These came out of my collection. My friend Joanne had these. This is part of that lot. These are antique. They're from like 82. This is electroformed pearls. They have the best quality coating and shape I've ever seen. They do not come off no matter what. At first, I was like, I don't know if I'll use them. And then I went through a rigorous test to see what could take the shine or dye off of these pearls. And I tried everything from RIT dye remover to bleach to, what else did I try? Vinegar, baking soda, all the different methods, and nothing even dimmed. And so they didn't run or bleed. So maybe baking in an old warehouse for since 1982 kind of sealed that in place. So anyway, I love those. And those are pretty limited. They don't make those anymore, obviously. So let's talk about some of these. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to tell you what some of these things are and get those spread out. Okay, so we have these teeny cute little stars. These are all drilled really prettily, nicely done. So you could put those on your, if you wanted to put them through cord, you could fit cord through there. These are aventurine, and you can tell that by the more foresty green and that kind of like, how do you call it? It's like clear spots. So aventurine has some swirled patterns, but usually you can tell it apart from, say, jade, because this kind has clear or translucent passages. I don't know if you could see that. Maybe I get up a little closer with this. Does that show up, Azalea? On my end, it's like a teeny, I can't even see it because it's so small on my phone.
I can see it.
Okay, so that's that. This, which I love, these are carved citrines, beautiful quality. They call that the Heliodor colorway, where it's a little bit greenish. It's really pretty, kind of cushion cut. So this was in the $200 bundle. If you don't see it, then you might not have gotten the $200 bundle, but I'm just going through what I'm picking. So the 200 one had more of the fancy cut. I put a lot of that. Like this one, this is a really good, this is called rose water quartz because it's sort of luminous. And I look for this because it's beautiful pale pink, but it's also, I don't know if you can see that, it has that sort of luminescence. All right. This was a different stone. This was a type of, I don't remember the name of it. Do you remember the name of this one? It's like a pale green tabular type of stone. I can't remember the name of it. I wrote it down. Actually, I'll look. I have all the names written down here.
How does your internet look?
My internet looks fine. I'm still streaming.
Okay, good.
I'm still streaming. Oh, I'm looking it up. You know, I think that is, I want to say, you know, sometimes I get thrown off by the appley green in that. I said some type of jade. When in doubt, jade. If it's like that kind of colorway. So this is tourmalated lepidolite, which is not the same thing as that gem quality lepidolite that I showed you. A lot of times lepidolite comes like this, and they call it, when it says that, those pink dots, it's like tourmaline. So we'll call it tourmalated because that pink is a type of tourmaline in there that grows with the stone. That beautiful bluish lilac. Okay, I'm going to dig out some of these. This is actual cherry quartz. So there's a lot of cherry, or you can see some cherry quartz. It's really fake looking, and it looks like not a real stone. This is, and they call it that because it has, or not cherry quartz, strawberry quartz, has little glints. I'm going to see if it shows up again. Is that in focus?
Yeah, I can see it.
So it has little sparkling glints of like red, and it's really pretty. Oh, good. Here is some really good quality citrine. That's what this is. And you know what we were talking about? Some folks were saying, how do you price if you're making things? So if you take the amount of your kit that you have and you divide it by how many things you get out of it, that'll give you your cost. So if I were to divide this up, I could probably get a bunch of set of earrings, a necklace. You know, with this, I would put this on something very simple, like a strand of like short or very small and inexpensive faceted small beads. And that would, you know, stretch out the cost of, or reduce your cost of what you can make with your kit, thereby making it where you make a little extra on it. So this was that apatite that was really good, really beautiful quality. That hole was so, it made me so happy how large that is. So it's an apatite. This is a jade, this yellow jade. Some of them were more yellow than others. They ranged in color from this. So you can see there's a bunch of different colors of the jade. This is this beautiful cloudy blue-green. I love these. These are called orbital grape. Let me see, I wrote it down.
They look like little eyes.
They're called, yeah, I know, because you know what they're like. They call it grape color. Let me see, I'm looking for where I wrote down. Yeah, because there's a cute, no, that's not the name of it. Yeah, sometimes like I look at my, oh, grape agate, that's right. Because they look exactly the color of green grapes. A very unusual colorway for that stone. Some of this is called morganite, and it's the blue and white. It came in this strand, and I managed to find more of it and boost it up with these really, I picked through and what's called high grade, and I high graded the heck out of those and went through all those strands and picked the very best ones out. So that's why you get some of these with really beautiful popping colors. Now this is a type of tanzanite. It's not the most expensive type because when you're grading gemstones, you look at color, clarity, and cut. And with these, they're kind of a smooth cut, so it's not as like expensive as some of the tourmaline or tanzanite you may have seen. It's more opaque, so that's why you can get it in like this type of cut. They're gonna use the faceting for stones that are a little bit like more clear. You know, they'll show better, I think. This is peridot right here. These are faceted. Really good, beautiful quality on those. This is another of the rose quartz, and I found it in a different shape. So these are like little flowers. The other ones were more like little ovals. This is some beautiful high-graded rainbow moonstone. Simple cut. All right. Oh, and then the one piece of glass is an African glass bead. I could only find one strand of it in the whole, or no, and there were only like in all of African Village. That milky rosy pink, and so that's in there. And this is, oh, what's this called? I love it though. Oh, yeah, this is you know, I wrote them down, the trade names. I think it's just rose quartz, but it's a little pinker than I think it had a fun name. Can't remember it. I wrote them down and now I can't read my own handwriting. All right, I think that's almost everything. Did I do it all? Oh, this I think is serpentine. And so I don't know if I mentioned morganite. Did I go through and I mentioned morganite? And then there's some of these are blue amazonite. All right, so that's in this kit. So we might have, I'm not sure if we'll have more of this. If Azalea can count up and see. We're almost done filling all the orders. People should be receiving or should have received theirs. But we're going through and you would not believe the bags that we've been taking to the post office. They've been massive bags. Completely massive. Which one do you think I should use to do that, to show some of that like wire silver wrapping? Which one of that kit do you think I should use? I got these in the mail the other day and I love it. I tell you, it's so good, these little scoops.
Oh, I thought you wanted that $200 one before.
I wanted to show everybody what's in it so they could look.
I got that out for you to use.
Oh, I
could.
could.
Are priced to sell. That one's for using.
Oh, is it? Yeah, maybe I'll cut it up if I do buy it, or if someone does buy it. But maybe not, because I've had a lot of people ask about it. What's this one here? We had some. Oh, there's some of this left. Wow. Maybe I'll use this one. I love this kit. I think Azalea turned this off. Did you turn off all these kits, or did you want to do them by lot? Did you want to sell any of them? Because I'm going to do the demo on
That
that.
one was always by lot. That was that limited one you made back in August. That was by lot.
Oh, this one was. This was never on the website.
There's only 2 of those.
Oh, so there's only 2 of these. You can mention if you'd like this one, and I'll cut up whatever I do with it. Can you pass me some wire? I didn't want to use, if I'm going to cut it, I did not want to use some good silver wire on that. Thank you.
It's craft wire. I guess.
Perfect. Oh, but this is really, really thin. Give me one more type. Oh, maybe this is, oh, I found some. I like this. It'll look good with that. It's the craft wire from Softlex. And it's gold plate, gold silver plate. So I'm going to show this the quick one on this. This is that lunar kit, and I love it because this is what orbital jasper looks like when it is cut and smoothed. If you've ever seen it, it's kind of a lumpy, bumpy stone, and it looks really cool. But it makes such a neat pattern. Same with this. I think it looks like Mars. Oh, Karen said she might like that kit. So that's lot 523. How many of those do I have now? Just the 2? The 2 of those?
Yeah,
This one came with a really pretty blend. So I'm going to make a quick wrap to show how I do my silver wraps. Yeah, this came with a lot of really pretty things that I thought were really beautiful. I think that's a... Did you get that one, Azalea?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm watching it.
All right, so I'm going to start with making a small loop. And this is the type that I like to do that smashing action. So I'm going to use tools, not my fingernails. A lot of times I will use my nails. I'm going to make, this is going to be a smooth wrap. And I've shown this one many times before, but it never hurts to show again. All right, so I'm going to wrap upwards, then bring this down. Make sure I'm in focus. I'm just going to wrap around it. I think the next one that I do, I've been doing kind of short tutorials lately just because it's been like coming up with things. We've been working on the studio, and that has been like, you would not believe how much better it looks. Okay, so that's a quick loop right there. And what I like to do, and this is my little secret technique to strengthen all these joins, is like to flatten them just like that. And you can see, I don't know if you can see how in the light, it looks kind of like it's faceted. But that makes it stronger. That's like work hardening it right there. All right, so that is ready for me to put a piece. All right, I think I love this one. This would make good earrings. Yeah, especially with a little bit of chain. I think handmade chain would be good with that. I don't want a round. All right. And then you copy the other side. So these are rounded on one side. So if you aim it correctly, I'm going to bend it around the top of this. See, just like that. And if I were to do a messy wrap, maybe I'll do the messy one on this side, although that kind of pains me to do 2 different wraps on one side. But that could be part of your design element, is to have one side, say it's supposed to have a visual weight of like this being the top. You could absolutely add another bead to that had I done that beforehand, before twisting it into the top loop or bottom loop, depending. And so the messy wrap, you can see, is just going around and around, and you're trying to fill it in and make it kind of look like a barrel, like that. And so that's useful. Look at these pliers. They have that kind of notch in there. And then I'm going to smash it down. So there you have that. That's a little bit of messy. I needed to find some good rondelles. So sometimes, I think I mentioned this before, I will make several of these elements, especially of the bigger pieces. You can always fill with the smaller. And what I do is I'll make a chain or make a pile of these, actually. If I don't know what I'm going to do, and say I have to do a design challenge, I'll start before doing anything else. I'll make a little pile of these and then just move them around and say, oh, well, let's see. If you have a bunch of them done, then all you have to do is put them together. And so since I did two widths on this, I would put that at the top, and that could be an earring on the bottom. So that's one way. And so here's another thing. If I'm going to do that, I could take this piece and easily, you know, it's always disappearing? These, even though it was right here. I don't know why I set them like that. Ooh, about 30 minutes before we go live with Nile and the gang, I'm going to talk about Sundance with them. You guys know about Sundance catalog? It's the Robert Redford style catalog. All right, so I'm going to make another one. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to make a big, let me see if there's any rondelles in here I can do. Well, that's kind of a rondelle. I consider a rondelle like anything kind of flat. Now these would be pretty. These little guys here, those are the smoky quartz in there. Or maybe that's a zircon. No, I think that's a zircon I put in with rose quartz. I love pink and green together. I think those look really beautiful together and soft. It's like a perfect desert landscape. All right, I'm going to make that loop over, same as we've seen in the past. And I'm going to hold on to one side, bend this leg, okay, and then I'm going to switch hands. And this side's going to have like the plain side. But I'm going to do a kind of a half spiral at the top. See that? It's kind of a little mushroom cap shape I just did. So then you can take your rondelle, it's kind of a rondelle shape, and put that in there. But I'm going to have to doctor it up because it is not looking flat like how I want it to. So I'm going to use this rounded thing to make it stick properly into the shape. All right, there. It's a little bit better. To flatten it. And then, all right, so another thing that I like to do is if you want to flatten it, you could get a texture on there. Sometimes I have this little block. It's like this big. I would take that out and show you, but it's really noisy. What I like to do is then, if I have these in a pile like this, you make a bunch of these, and you don't want to flatten those with the pliers, you could put them on the bench block, which it looks kind of like this, not as mirrored shiny. Get it ready, and you could tap it, and that way it'll look really faceted. So then, it works especially good on this sort of, like these. That's really good. These are from Xuron. I like the Xuron, and I like Softlex pliers. I have a nice collection. I did have, you know, I spent a lot of money on Lindstrom's, and they're good, but I don't know if I think that they're worth the cost, you know, because some of them are pretty expensive. Because I've had these same Xuron tools, I don't even know how long at this point. They're good. And I want to say that they're made in the USA. Let me see, does it say on here? I don't see it. Oh, wait. Oh, it is made in the USA. There it is. They call this the crimping plier. Now, you can use it for a crimp. See how this side of it is for crimping? See there? It makes that kind of jaws shape. That's for flattening. But the rounded part I use to round off my wraps. I find that for the useful thing. Oh, so here we're going to add this little thing here. Get in there, you. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So with this one, I'm going to make that spiral. I might even have it come down. I'm going to try and straighten that up. Okay. I'm rolling this. And I'm going to try and get a cute little spiral with that. So you hold it flush with your finger. Take the edge. Now this is what I would do with these. So this is easier so you can see. All right, so sometimes you can use rosary platter. Those are the ones that are fully round. This will work too. They're not as completely round. And I just I started it. I don't know if you saw that. I'm going to finish it out. It's hard from the angle because my phone is in the way. Okay. You go straight down, and you can see I'm trying to curl that. I'm grabbing that very tip of the wire, and I'm curling inward. You see that?
Very satisfying.
Yeah, that is pretty satisfying. And you could turn that, so I want to flatten it. You could do it where you can't see it on this side, but only on through one side of it. And that's pretty secure. That's not going anywhere. Although it might catch on things. So you could do that where this faces this direction, or we can twist it so that it goes in the front. So let's see if I can bend it to do that. And that was pretty easy. And I'm going to straighten it up. I'm getting over warm again. These lights are hot. All right, so that's in the front. And I'm going to make it look a little bit nicer. Turn it on its side. There. And pinch it. So I use these crimpers to round off my like little round shapes that I'm trying to get. So that's what that looks like from here. So I'm going to do this. Sometimes you might have to like fool with it to get exactly the shape. And I'm going to flatten this. Now, I would have made that a little bit larger if I were going to make a pendant. But I'm going to add this for the wire. I'm thinking that it would make a good chain shape or link. So that's that little loop. You could even do it where you have something hanging down. All right, so that's like part of my collection here. All right. So this kit is actually, I mean, that's pretty awesome for 60 bucks. I didn't notice that. That is good. Because you could easily make, look at that. Where'd that other piece go? That's like a, oh, here it is.
We have a little more than 20 minutes.
All right, I'm
show
gonna,
the other ones.
so that, look at that earrings right there. Visual weight. Because that's kind of a rounded shape. Looks good. All right, I'm going to put this away. I strung that out. And then I'll show the other ones. Because I was like, let's get all the other kits that we haven't put in there. All right, where'd that bag go? Yeah, look how fast I can get this. It's so satisfying. This scooper, it's like a little bulldoze. I'm going to bulldoze that into the bag.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I know, I love it. We were trying to make something like this, and what it turned out to be did not work when we were trying to do this with aluminum foil and make a flap to do this shovel. It worked not at all. We're trying to dig those things out. Because, you know, sometimes scraping these beads up can be kind of a nuisance. All right. Oh, what's that one called?
That is the Blue Flames.
Oh, the Blue
kit.
Flames.
This is from a few months ago. We have one left. That
Oh, there's only one, the Blue Flame. Oh, yeah, this is a really pretty one. So this is $8.87, $62. And this, I love this one.
There's one.
I'm going to pour it into this little bowl. It's a sake bowl.
I like it. It's cute.
Yeah, look how luxurious that one is. So this one comes with that shaded iolite. That's the sunstone. It's an iolite sunstone matrix. Beautiful. There's that. There's a sunstone shield. Beauty. Let's see. Oh, and it comes with this. There's only one of this kit. Oh, whoa. Good thing that this was under there, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'll just spread it out. Oh, citrines, flat coin citrines. Look at those. They
I
glint.
remember picking those.
Glint in the sunlight. Oh, and I didn't notice this. Little shields, sunstone shields. Oh, I remember this. This was part of that. This is some gray moonstone that I have in my collection for a lot of years. Looks like some tiny baby little things. These would be perfect on a crochet necklace. These teeny ones, this is what I use for that. And also, I should point out they're really good in their drilling.
Are those types of garnets?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so there's a hessonite. Yeah, so that's that. I always want to think of the word bittersweet when I think of those. It's an agate. This is carnelian. And this is a type of denim blue. Pretty that is. That is not dyed. That's a natural stone.
That is the
Bloodstone. Blue flame.
Lot 887.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do the next one. I'm going to scooper-dooper this one out of the way.
Go speed round.
I know, because it's running out of time.
2 left.
I know enough to, like, get my, my project for the...
I know we need to have time to get ready for that, too.
For the Sundance.
I'll take care of that.
You can see the embroidery of my... Oh, how many of this one?
Vesperi that says on the tag on the back.
Thank you. Oh, I remember this one. Vesperi means evening in Latin. I've been studying Latin in Duolingo. Oh, this one is double, as Azalea likes to say, double-cheeked up.
Yeah, it is double-cheeked
So this one we did not do. I made a bunch of this kit. But this is a really good one because there's a lot in it. Look at how much is in this. Okay. We're going to take a brief moment to observe Marty's beauty.
My son!
He is a magical cat. That's a magic, beauty, beautiful, handsome, amazing. He brings all the joy. And the thing will be on Abby Burt's. I don't know how, I was trying to share the link, you know, since I'm not hosting it, it's kind of hard to know.
A hefty kit.
This is a hefty duty kit. Take a gander at that. Look at all that cheddar.
Lot 885. You
That's...
show that tag. The tag here.
Oh. Yeah. So, I know. I have 11 of these. So when I made this, I did like 50 of it. So I'm not 100% shocked that all of these did not sell immediately. But there's a lot of good, beautiful stones in this. A lot of stone. I don't think that there's any glass in this kit. I think it's all gemstone. Oh no, that's the only one that isn't. This, like, hematited, I don't even know. They called them hematite. But I want to think that that's glass. I know, look how pretty that one is. There's lapis.
I love that one. I love that colorway.
Yeah, I think it's gorgeous.
That deep blue and
look at this bitter, that hessonite garnet. There's hessonite garnet. There's picture jasper. These are all really unique. There's this one, which is like, it's like a type of a sodalite, but it has orange in it. I'd never seen that. Usually when you get the sodalite, it's white dots, but these have a kind of an orangey almost like a mica type flash. Really beautiful. This is labradorite. It's green. I hadn't seen green labradorite, but that's what that is.
I know, since we have more than a few of those left over, maybe the next time you can do a demo with that, and you can keep it this time.
I get to keep it.
We
Yay!
got one left to look at. I have some extras of.
Oh, that we have extras? Okay, good. We'll look at these. Some of these, Azalea was talking about, maybe we do a sale on them. Maybe on this one, since I have so many.
You have 11 of them.
Yeah, do you want me to cut it down to 60?
One was, yeah, you can do that.
All right, Azalea says we should, since I have 11 of these, we'll do 60 on that. All right, I'm going to have to get the lead out, because there will not be time. There will not be time if I don't hustle it. So Abby at the bead place, if you guys want to see the Sundance, we're going to be talking about what makes the Sundance catalog so desirable. Like, what about those designs are so appealing?
A plastic card would be really useful for scooping up the beads. So like scoop it like that thing and visualizing it.
Visualizing.
Okay, last thing. Tag says how many we got extra. That's a pretty recent one.
This is oh, the watermelon summer.
I love that one with all my heart.
This one came good.
Myself.
Watermelon summer. Yeah, this one was
If
over
we
the
don't
summer.
sell out the rest of these extras, I'm gonna take at least one for me.
Oh, do you think I should mark this one too? Because I have 5 of them. Let's do a sale on this one as well.
Yeah, mark that we have 4.
Oh, Yaya's gonna keep one.
I need one. That's my colorway. My palette.
We'll do 60 on this one too. So this one has, I'm gonna lift it up. Oh, you know what? This one has all that rhodochrosite. I found this beautiful rhodochrosite that came in. I mean, you never see it in that color. That's old stock. Look at that. That's, you don't even see it. Usually it's real pale. It isn't that color. It's usually like this color. But this color is like a pink opal, so that's not even. And that is that tourmalated lepidolite, aventurine, peridot. Oh, tourmaline. These are little tourmaline nugs. Oh, yes. Serpentine for these green. That's in more of that beautiful rhodochrosite. And these lovely ones are that like big jade. That's a jade. Aventurine. Beautiful. So pretty. Oh, and this is that rose quartz, and then water, that rose water, when it has that kind of luminous color. So that one is, and that's it, isn't it, Donna?
Yeah, that's it. If anybody wants it afterwards, you can send us an email. Cause, we
Here,
have
Greengirlstudios at yahoo.com.
This one's gone now. We have one of these gone. One of these gone.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I like this one. I think it came out really pretty.
Yeah, that one, you can tell my influence.
Yeah, this one Azalea designed. That pink opal is pretty in there too. Pink and green. It seems like I'm always doing pink and green, and she's always doing pink and green.
That's
our colorway.
That pink and green. It's my favorite. All right. That
It
lasted
is.
15 minutes.
I know. I was going to show some of the other ones. Oh, where's that one? No, I wanted to show that new little lady. I guess you were shipping them already. That one moth lady. Did I show that before? Maybe I. Oh, I did. I showed that one before.
Yeah,
I was just going to show some of the new ones, but I guess I could do that
I didn't
later.
ship anything like that.
All right, let's flip it.
Not the
cracker box. That's exactly the perfect height to jack this up. All right. Oh, Azalea, you want to get that baby in here? That's nice. Let's flip this camera
He has
around.
lots of things to say.
He always does. That's my cat. It's my son. That's my son. All right. Okay, so in 10 minutes, we're going to head over to Abby with the bead place, and we're going to have a Sundance. We're going to talk all about Sundance. All right? Thank you so much. If you've ordered anything in the comments section here, don't do that if you're watching the replay, because I won't see this. They will bury this until like next week. I'll get a notification. So send an email here if you would like anything that we've shown or you're watching on replay, and then we'll send you an invoice from Shopify, and that way you can pay it however you like. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be seeing you if you want to watch our next segment. Thank you.